Hello friends, good morning from sunny California. The weather is beautiful. I think it should be around 75, 76 Fahrenheit today. Lovely weather, just about to start my Uber for the day. I just wanted to, talk about uh, two things. But I think it's one or the same thing. Getting rejected from jobs, getting rejected, your applications getting rejected, getting rejections, and the resulting hopelessness and how to deal with it. So these days the economy is down here in the US. It's pretty badly down. Jobs are being advertised. You apply for those jobs. Either you get rejected or they tell you that the role is no longer available, which makes absolutely no sense because the role just got advertised. At the same time, another surprising fact is that once a position is taken off this way, then you would see the same position being reposted again the next week, and you would ask yourself, I mean, they just said that the role is no longer available, then why are they posting the job again? And there are a number of different theories to explain it, but one theory that makes sense is that these companies, these businesses, they have to show it to the government that they're actively trying to recruit. They're trying to add value to the economy, and if not that, then the HR function uh, uh, tries to make itself relevant, right? Because they have to make themselves relevant. If there are no jobs, there's no recruitment, there's no hiring, then what's the sense in hiring or keeping recruiters, right, at your firm? But in any case, on the job seekers end, this can be mentally very exhausting, traumatizing, and at times depressing when you get so many rejections, or when you come across idiosyncrasies like this where a position becomes no longer available and then it gets reposted again. So it's it gets to you, right? And if I were to take my example, I've been here since March, so it's end of March, so let's not count that. So April, May, June, and June is almost about to end, right? So it's been 3 months, and I've been applying. I've even interviewed, right? And another surprising part is that the interviews, they go extremely well. They go very well, and they even make an invitation for round two. They will ask you to come to their office, but then suddenly 2 days later you would learn that you have not been shortlisted. They send you a regret note, and that too can be very traumatizing, because I mean, if you have had a good interaction, if you have had a good first interview, spend like a couple of hours in that interview, and spend like a week preparing for it, and then despite all the positive feedback that you received during that round, once you get that letter of regret, it can be very traumatizing, and it results in depression, it results in hopelessness, and that's very natural, right? Most people would say, what, forget it, keep applying, persist, pray. All that's okay, all that's good. Of course, we gotta persist, we gotta show perseverance, prayers and hope, they're okay. But at times, despite praying and persevering and all, it really gets to you, right? Because you're human. There's a limit to what you can take, right? The limit of rejections that you can take. So there are two solutions, based on my experience. First, start looking for alternate career options, right? Try and see what else can you do. Can you become a good cook? Sometimes it's a signal from God that you should get out of this rat race, get out of this 9 to 5, and try and get into entrepreneurship. Start doing Uber. Think of starting your own restaurant, your small food cart. So the most important question is, what is it that you're really passionate about, aside from working a 9 to 5 just to pay your bills, your mortgage, right? So you gotta start thinking on those lines, guys. And the good thing, the funny part is, and I'm gonna say, it's the good thing about the recession, that it starts, it pushes you to think out of the box. When you get so many rejections from these from these job applications, and after going through interviews, it really pushes you into thinking, God, what am I going to do? So think about alternate career options. Can you get into Uber? How about trucking? Like in America, regardless of whatever kind of recession they have, trucking is never going to get obsolete, because you need to carry freight over, right? And I mean, whether it's Amazon, it's Walmart, in order to run businesses, you need a stable supply of goods, and goods always get transported through trucks. So if you can get your professional CDLA license, you can become a trucker, and if you are willing to do interstate trucking, that is doing those long hauls, traveling like 1200 plus miles, you can make a good $2,500 a week, and that's pretty good money. I mean, it's like $10,000 a month. But then at the same time, you got to ask yourself, I mean, can I do that much driving? But I mean, if you're a roadie like me, why not? Go for it, guys, right? So, and then it's not just about becoming a trucker or doing that trucking job and making money. Then you got to think of a plan. Okay, I'm going to start off as a trucker, so how much am I going to save, right, in 2 years, and what am I going to do then? Am I still going to continue trucking? Because I mean, you can't do it for the rest of your life. I mean, doing 3,000 4,000 miles every week, it's not easy, guys. Even though it's a straight road and you're carrying cargo, there's some stresses associated with that role as well. You got to be on the road, away from family and all. But if you think that 2 years down the road, if I would save money and start a small trucking company of my own, start acquiring freight and drivers, that could be a really good plan, or even start trucking school. Why not? Teach people how to get their CDLs, right? And I mean, secondly, I mean, if you think you want to start off as a cook in a restaurant, sure thing. Why not start as a full-time cook? Learn how to make fried chicken, learn how to make barbecue, do it for a couple of years, then save up money, start a small restaurant of your own in a brand new suburb anywhere. And trust me, guys, one more thing that I've learned after being here in California and after doing Uber. So I mean, it's not just in LA. Outside of LA, like far away from LA, in towns like Victorville, Hemet, Hesperia, towns closer to Las Vegas, there's a good there's a good market out there. There's a sizable population. There are people who are willing to pay for your product, and the living costs are way too down, the rents are way too down, and everything is way too down. So I mean, you can even start there. You can introduce your new product idea. Why not? Whether it's food or it's anything else. And the second most important component is surround yourself with positive people, and talk to them. Speak your heart out with them. Share your depression, your feeling of hopelessness with them, and seek advice and seek help. There's absolutely no harm in doing so, because none of us is 100% self-sufficient, right? We humans are made to live together, in societies, and there's a reason for that. We need each other, right? So if you need help, if you need if you need support for your mental health, if you think you're going down the drain, and at times, if you're getting those suicidal thoughts, it's better you consult someone, right? And by surrounding yourself with positive people doesn't mean just friends. I mean, your wife, your spouse, it could be anyone, even your kids. I mean, if they're grown up enough to understand what they're going through, and at times you get some really good advice from them. So just a few thoughts on rejection and hopelessness and how to deal with it, and that entrepreneurial drive, that should get initiated as a result of such rejections and hopelessness. So guys, you could be the next Colonel Sanders from KFC, who became a billionaire at 70 and who was broke at 64. All he had was $35 and a frying pan, but the guy knew how to make fried chicken, and became a billionaire at 70. So you could be the next person. I could be that next person, right? So let's give each other lots of hope, prayer, and positivity, and keep trying, keep flourishing. Okay, love you guys. Just a few honest thoughts from today. Love you. Okay, take care. Do share your thoughts. Do comment below in the comment section, and let me know what you guys think. Love